Welcome to the bold analysis. There are semigods around Deputy President that have actually captured his 2022 presidential bid. Only 8 days to the general election, it will be too late for him to break from those chains. And I want to explain this in the context of the latest political friction that is being witnessed between Deputy President William RUTO and President Uhuru Kenyatta. It is no longer about just a mere fallout from the 2017. It is above the handshake. And today, I want to explain in details why there is a capture around Deputy President, and that is what is at the center of this fraction. And either intentionally or unintentionally, he has failed to manage the transition frictions. Today, President Uhuru Kenyatta, in a low tone, again responded to the Kenya Kwanza team, saying because the Kenya Kwanza team had came out guns blazing for what they termed as Uhuru interfering in the election, Deputy President William RUTO, speaking in Nandi County, took a swipe at the head of state, telling him that of course he should stop talking about him. That was very ironical because personally, I was challenging that by saying these guys have been talking about President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga for the last 4 years. So if the president was coming out to respond, what was wrong with that? But just to set us, to give us a footing, I want us to listen to the president's response to Deputy President's rants last week.
As you all know, in a week's time, we will be exercising our constitutional right to choose a new administration. I want to urge all of us to maintain peace during the remaining campaign period and on and after the date of the election. Kuna haja ya matusi jameni. Kila mtu, including myself, ako na uhuru wa kupigia debe yoyote ambaye anataka. Kwa hivyo, unapigia huyu, mwingine anampigia huyu, mwingine anapigia huyu, uamuzi utakuwa wa wananchi. Kuna haja ya matusi, kuna haja ya kuingilia watu. Nikikujibu kwa sababu umesema mambo ya uongo, kuna haja ya kuambia watu nataka kuua. Si mumenitusi karibu miaka 3. Kuna mtu amewaguza. Hiyo miaka 3 nimekuwa kwa kiti. Si nilikuwa na uwezo. Sasa wakati naenda kupatiana serikali na sina uwezo, ndio niko na time ya kukutafuta. Piga story yako, uza sera zako, wachana na mimi. Mimi nafanya kazi yangu, nimalize. Nyinyi muende muombe kura. Wananchi wakiwapatia sawa, wakiwanyima, twende nyumbani pamoja. Shida iko wapi? Si dunia itaendelea. Yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, let us be calm. Let us do the right thing. Let us tell Kenyans what we shall do for them, not what we expect them and what we think of others.
The president was speaking in Nairobi during the official commissioning of the Nairobi Expressway. I want to follow that statement by just a simple question. Is President Uhuru Kenyatta in the ballot, or it is about Raila Odinga? Why do you think there is a diversion? Instead of facing off with Raila, William RUTO seems to be going after President Uhuru Kenyatta. And a very wild thought just came into my mind. Is someone so interested to bring cracks between Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta, post or pre-election? Think about it. That is sometimes what I say, thinking outside the box, but making sure that you remain outside. You don't think outside and also go outside the box. Welcome to the bold analysis, and kindly guys, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our video. I want to continue asking us to stand with one of our subscribers here, Sarah Atieno. She was diagnosed with acute leukemia. We have been in the hospital since April, but now she had reprieve after going through all the chemo sessions, but the bill has inflated to 1 million. So we took it upon ourselves after she reached out to me, and I spoke with some few subscribers here, and we started a 50 bob challenge, 21 days challenge, that at the end of it, I know that Team Bold are going to produce a 1 million check. Our model is very simple, that if each one of us can contribute only at least 50 shillings, we will be in a position to achieve that. We are also adopting other subscribers, so guys sending 50, 100 and more, adopting some subscribers, and I believe this will work. My number is there, 0710 62 78 89, and I'm receiving that under the Team Bold. But I would also encourage us to reach out to Sarah, that in that situation, it is not just about the finances. You reach out with a word of encouragement, and I'm just overwhelmed by the kind of support that have been coming. Sarah's number is 0716 357 360. 8 days to the election, we have witnessed a lot of frictions. You can see what happened about the push and pull between the UDA Nairobi team and the Nairobi County government on whether they were allowed to use the Nyayo Stadium. And of course, there was a back and forth conversation between altercation between the Nyayo, the Ministry of Sports and the Kenya Kwanza team on who had booked. But again, I realized that Azimio, after staging some sort of confusion there, they decided that, of course, they were going to hold their rally in Kasarani. Today, William Ruto was supposed to use Buhumbu Stadium for their final rally in Western, and ultimately, last minute, they were blocked. They were first told they used to pay 100,000. So according to Malala, they were told now they have to pay 9 times. I don't know for what reasons, but for obvious reasons. Then after they negotiated 9 times, of course they were supposed to pay 1 million. So they negotiated down, but at some point the county government told them that the banks had closed, and so they could not accept. So that is how they were locked out. You could see these are frictions that is coming. That boiled down to some point where Rigathi Gachagua really got a slap in the face after the court declared that part of his 200 million were proceeds of corruption, and he was actually ordered that the money is going to be recovered by the government. And so this has been it, and you can see that to them, they have absorbed or rather consumed this as political victimization, and I don't want to defend that. However, in this analysis, I want to look for what exactly is making it difficult for Deputy President to manage this transition friction. And why is this? This is very important, and the importance of this, the significance of this is the fact that Deputy President is on ballot. President Uhuru Kenyatta has nothing to lose. Whether Raila wins or William Ruto wins, President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to retirement. So he will sit back as a senior counsel, or maybe actually President Uhuru Kenyatta after August 9th will be the only surviving last former president of the country, because Moi had gone, Kibaki is now there, Moi and the founding father. So Uhuru Kenyatta is going to be the man that is a former president that will still exist. So why is this situation becoming difficult for Ruto to manage? He needs to manage this situation because even after August 9th, I want to agree with the president that the country will move on. Things must move on. There is a plan by Deputy President that his August 9th general election, the mission is not on the bottom-up economic model, is not on the political posturing as an economic revolutionist, but it is a revenge mission. If you have been keen, there have been a fight between the president and deputy of who is who. Because on the other end, you will hear William Samoei Ruto speaking in the rallies that we made you president. You are president because of us. On the other side, President Uhuru Kenyatta also got annoyed that despite the fact that they worked together and they were supposed to be part of a legacy project, Ruto seems to have dumped him at the time of need and then was backstabbing him. So to William Ruto, I think this election for him is a truth meter. It's just a way to try outweigh President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The stakes are high because the president is supporting Raila. Raila is not the problem to Ruto. Ruto's problem in this election is President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. That is because in this election there is a revenge mission. And now the revenge mission, because in revenge logic doesn't prevail. In revenge emotions prevail. And because of that emotional explosion, it has become difficult to manage these transitions. And I mentioned one word, that there are semigods within Kenya Kwanza. These semigods are the people, the politicians from Mount Kenya that seems to be feeling like it is their moment to outweigh President Uhuru Kenyatta as the kingpin. In his own feeling, Moses Kuria sees himself as a semigod in Kiambu. Irungu Kangata sees himself as a semigod. First-time member of parliament, one of the members of parliament that I want to honestly say that I really envy his growth and his upcoming, the way he made his way to the national stage, Ndindi Nyoro. They are semigods in their context, and these semigods in some way, they are moles within Ruto's camp. And I want to believe that there is a team like Rigathi Gachagua, there is a team for status quo. We want to fight him. We want to attack him. We want to abuse him. I can tell you, I will not be shocked even after this election. If someone is going to continue these rallies, opposition rallies, they will not oppose government of the day. If Raila will form the government, they will not oppose Raila on the basis of the policies that Raila has done. But they will oppose Raila on the basis that President Uhuru Kenyatta is still supporting Raila, even after this election. So these semigods have captured Ruto's presidential bid. They're the people that, I can say, they have arrested William Ruto's presidential bid, and they're simply messing around with everything. Remember, they will always go down and go after the president. After Ruto told the Rift Valley team that kindly go down, some question keeps on coming in my mind. Where are Ruto's communication protocol? Does he have communication protocol? This is a question I'm wondering. Because Hussein Mohammed was employed to be in charge of official communications, a move that personally I really welcomed. There is also a blogger, Dennis Itumbi. There is a campaign secretariat that is led by Josephat Nanok, and there is the mouthpiece team that is having Moses Kuria, the national campaign team. But I see a situation where Deputy President is running the show alone, and everything he has taken it upon himself, and I see that intentionally he has refused to activate the communication layers at Kenya Kwanza. This is what I'm saying. It would have been easy for, if there is, you've understood that President was threatening politician X or politician Y. Instead of going to a rally, you could still just sit back, talk to Hussein Mohammed, you guys do a press release and give a very comprehensive statement, send it to media, send it to the newsrooms, and at least one or two might gather it and it might get out. But because he is running the show himself, the others have sublimed. I'm not seeing the knock. If there were people that were supposed to handle this situation, when you charge yourself with every responsibility, it becomes difficult to manage. And I think someone speaking to Kenya Kwanza Advisory should just use a simple word: multitask. And if my business teacher, Mr. Ashika, will tell you that specialization sometimes is good, there should be some sort of specialization, that not deputy president is going to respond to everything. Because now, I think that's one of the challenges that is there. However, you cannot underestimate the high commercial interest stakes between Uhuru, RUTO, and this government moving into the future. One of the things that is personal interest surpasses the national interest in the mind of a political leader. And of course, the interest that the president is having, the interest that William Ruto is having, and those interests are conflicting. And the safety of those interests is at the center of this election. Why not for the interest? Then no one will even be going for a high office, for the office. That is my take on this. I want to look at how this is going to play out. And to me, my point to the Kenyan voter, that I think she should not be distracted by these frictions. Don't lose the focus. These are emotions. But when you reach the point, you should then look at the logical reasoning on who really puts food on table, not just the bread and butter. That's my bold.